next three opponents will be the winner out of Devin and Lomachenko. Um, maybe a Ryan Garcia, then a Tank.
So there we have it again. Shakur Stevenson comes out and says that he wants his next fight to be Devin Haney, the winner of Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. And Shakur is on record saying he has that fight going just like I have that fight going. You know, a lot of people think that fight's going to be competitive. It's not. Devin Haney's going to wash Lomachenko, and that's what Shakur believes too. He said it on multiple occasions. So yet again, Shakur is saying that he wants to fight Devin Haney next. You know, these Devin Haney fans love saying that corny ass quote, they say everything but let's fight. But when it comes to Shakur saying let's fight, they got every excuse in the world. Like I've been telling y'all, if Team Haney won it, they could be fighting Shakur right now instead of Lomachenko. But they didn't want that, and I was telling y'all that. But y'all didn't want to listen to me. I told y'all that they had the option to fight Shakur if they wanted to, but they chose to fight Lomachenko because they know it's the easier route. And Devin Haney just confirmed that.
He went the franchise route and whatever, and then people said that I really was just bluffing. I didn't really want to fight him. But it just shows you how much I really wanted to fight him because at this point in my career, I don't have to fight him, and I'm choosing to fight him. So,
just like they chose Lomachenko, they could have chose Shakur Stevenson. But y'all giving them a pass for this bullshit. Y'all keep saying that y'all want the biggest and the best fights. But it seems like unless that includes Gervonta Davis, that's not really what y'all want. You know, the fans in these YouTube platforms, these pro-Haney YouTube platforms, they push a narrative that the only two fighters that can beat Gervonta Davis are Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. So if you feel that way, that means you think those two are the best. So why aren't you pushing for those two to fight each other? It's simple, people. It's because they know Shakur is going to whoop Devin Haney's ass. And they figure if Devin gets his ass whooped by Tank at least he get a payday. So they'll push Shakur versus Tank or Devin versus Tank all day, but you'll never see them pushing Shakur versus Devin. Me personally, I'm like them. I tell y'all the truth. I want to see all three of these fighters mix it up. I want to see Tank versus Devin. I want to see Shakur versus Devin. I want to see Shakur versus Tank. Like, just go watch one of these pro-Haney platforms. It's very easy to tell what's going on. You'll see them make multiple videos about Tank versus Shakur or Tank versus Devin. But when you scroll and you trying to see the videos about Shakur versus Devin, you can't find them. Me, I talk about all three of them mixing it up because I really want to see the best fight the best. These other platforms, that ain't their real interest. The real interest is hating on Gervonta Davis and wanting to see him lose. That's why they pushing for these fights that they think he could lose against these fighters that they say can beat him, but have no interest in seeing those fighters they say can beat him fighting each other. But other than that, the corny fight between Lomachenko and Devin Haney on May 20th was officially announced yesterday by Top Rank. It will be taking place in Las Vegas on pay-per-view. And I'm sure most people, when they seen that it was on pay-per-view, were surprised. It's not a secret that Devin Haney or Lomachenko are not big draws. So a lot of people were surprised to see this being on pay-per-view. But Top Rank is doing a good job building the card under it. The main driver of this card, pay-per-view wise, and at the live gate, that's going to have people showing up to watch this fight, isn't really going to be the main event between Devin and Lomachenko. It's going to be that co-main event between Oscar Valdez and Adam Lopez. You know, Mexicans always come out and support their own. And Oscar Valdez is one of the biggest stars in Mexican boxing at the moment. His last fight in Las Vegas in the same arena against Shakur Stevenson, they sold 10,000 tickets and did a $1.6 million gate. And that was mostly Mexican fans showing up to watch Oscar Valdez. And it'll be the same here, especially in this fight with Adam Lopez, which is a rematch of a fight that was a potential fight of the year. You know, Adam Lopez broke Oscar Valdez's jaw in that first fight. He dropped him. Oscar Valdez came back and stopped him in a controversial stoppage. And it was a nominee for Fight of the Year. So that's a hell of a fight to have as the co-main event. So you're going to have a lot of Mexican fans coming in, buying tickets and buying pay-per-views. And I would say it's going to be more of them paying to watch this fight than people paying to see Devin and Lomachenko. I would go so far to say that if you took Oscar Valdez and Adam Lopez off this card and put them in the same venue the week after, they would sell more tickets than Devin and Lomachenko. Factor that in with the pay-per-view being only $60, $25 less. then Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, it should do some pretty decent numbers. It should. Like, if Devin Haney flops with this one, I don't know what to say. Everything is made in his favor with Oscar Valdez and Adam Lopez being on this card and it being in his hometown of Las Vegas. So we'll see how that does. You know, a lot of people were complaining about the price point of Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis, it being $85 on pay-per-view. They were complaining how these guys ain't even the best in their division. They're not even champions. They're not fighting for a belt. A whole bunch of shit. Well, here we are. We got a fight that's $25 cheaper and with all the belts on the line. So according to y'all, it should be a bigger fight, right? Well, let's see. Let's see how the numbers do.
But do you feel like in this particular camp, like you feel like you're getting stronger and just things are starting to click a lot better?
Yeah, I mean, every camp I feel stronger and stronger. My body's maturing. I'm getting bigger, getting stronger. I'm getting older. So my man strength is coming in at the end of the day. But, yeah, I mean, every camp is going to be better and better. That's why a long time ago I said,
No, I told y'all that Team Haney was about to start that cycle again. They going to be telling us how much stronger he is. He's getting his man straight. He's so much better than before. And then when the fight comes, it's going to be the same exact thing that we always see from Devin Haney. So they starting it up, and I told y'all to watch for it. Watch how they do all this talking, because it might have slipped past y'all mind before when they did this. But watch how they build him up, build him up, build him up. But when the fight gets here, it'll be a letdown. Like, it's cool not to have power. I don't have a problem with Devin Haney not having punching power. The problem I have is, before every one of his fights, they tell us he's getting so strong, he's going into his man body, he's going to knock out his next opponent. Then when the fight comes, it doesn't happen because it's never going to happen. You just don't have it, and that's cool. Like, Devin is 24, bro. Why are you talking about I'm getting my man straight now? Like, do y'all understand that Jaron Ennis is only a few months older than Devin Haney? Like, think about that. And Boots been knocking shit out. We ain't been having to talk about Boots having to grow into his man strength because he was born with it. He just got it. Devin don't got it, and that's cool. Stop pushing this bullshit every fight that I'm getting my man body now. I'm getting strong. No, you're not, bro. It's not going to happen. Do what you do best. Box, control the distance, and be great doing that. But stop selling us on this bullshit every fight.
I hope not. You know, I want them to give me my just due, so I'm going to just say it. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the guy that was #1 pound for pound. This is the guy that was just a couple months ago was ranked higher than me on the pound for pound list. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's funny that all of a sudden now that we fighting, now he drops under me. No, keep him up there. No, put him #1, actually. Put him #1. So, you know, when I win, I can get all my credit, which they have no choice to give me my credit because this is the guy that they chose. This is the guy that they built up and chose. So now that when I beat him, choose me.
Can somebody remind Devin that he said this about Lomachenko almost 3 years ago? 3 years ago, he said that Lomachenko was too small and too old. But he's supposed to get credit for beating Lomachenko as if it was the Lomachenko they was hyping up all those years ago, as if he was the next Floyd or if he was the next Ali. They were saying he could beat Floyd. All that bullshit they was building Lomachenko up as. I've been saying even as young guys that Devin, Shakur, Teofimo, Tank, and even Ryan would have beat Lomachenko in his quote-unquote prime. And now that he's 35, it's going to be even easier. And when Devin tweeted that was when Lomachenko lost to Teofimo. So it's not even like Lomachenko is this guy that looks unbeatable that he's going in there with. No, we already seen Lomachenko lose easily to Teofimo. And then we saw him in his last fight almost lose to Jermaine Ortiz. So how impressed are we really supposed to be with this? Like, even Devin, a couple seconds earlier before he made that statement, acknowledged that Teofimo already beat Lomachenko fair and square.
I mean, he lost when he fought Teo, so it doesn't matter if it was for an undisputed fight or not. He lost fair and square, so it doesn't matter.
How you gonna say that? How you gonna acknowledge that he already got washed 3 years ago by Teofimo, and then a couple seconds later try to build him up as this pound for pound great, as this unbeatable fighter? We already seen him get beat, which is nothing wrong with. It ain't nothing wrong with having losses on your record, but he didn't look great in his last fight either. So I'm sticking to my prediction. Devin Haney is going to wash the shit out Lomachenko. There's a lot of people that think it's going to be a good fight, a close fight. I'm sorry to tell you it's not. And those people that think it's going to be a good fight are going to be tricked into thinking that this was just this amazing performance by Devin Haney and that Devin Haney is the best fighter in the world for what he did to Lomachenko. No, I'm telling y'all now. What he's going to do to Lomachenko, he's supposed to do. If it was Shakur Stevenson fighting Lomachenko, Shakur would stop him. So you'll see people overreacting and overrating this win when Devin Haney beats Lomachenko. But in reality, he's supposed to beat Lomachenko, and he's supposed to beat him easy, which I believe he will. But that's what I got for y'all. I'm out.